Hi guys, Fearless Gamer here, and today I wanted to fill you in on why I've been inactive for so long. I've been, trying to post videos, busy at work. Also, I've been thinking, since this frame to my mower, and it's fall, and it snowed in the fall, it was the first time. Anywho, I got the frame here, the old Craftsman, you know her. She's dead. The arm right there on that side is ruined. It's broke. It's done for. So I was thinking use the rear tires, front tires, which are in the garage, and that somehow make a drive shaft or something for that. I was planning to integrate that gearbox. I don't know how I'm going to, but I'm definitely willing to. I'm going to use that steering wheel because I want a part of this Craftsman mower to still be alive, because this thing is a legend. If I had videos of what it could do, it hauled the quad with the trailer, which that thing's easily 1,000 pounds, which is way over that weight of that mower. It towed my truck out of a ditch when my dad tried to back it up into the there's a little ditch right there. He backed it up and he didn't want to go farther back because there's a huge dip right there farther down. And so the quad was out in Canada with a friend. So the only choice I had was to pull out my tractor, threw it in first gear, put it on idle, and it tugged the truck back up without the truck's help. Because the truck, we didn't want to push it too hard. It was hauled up. It was hauled in neutral, pulled up by itself out of that ditch down there, right there. Sorry guys, and made it to where my dad's truck, which is my truck now. That's why I call it my truck, and it pulled it all the way up to here. Then we checked for any damage. No damage on the Dodge. None. And then it's hauled that truck out of that ditch multiple times when we had the trailer and we tried to back it up. I don't know why we do it. But anywho, here's what I'm thinking. This is the frame I'm building. It's going to be like a side-by-side, way bigger than a normal one, because it's going to be full-on strength. This is extra bars I have laying around. I got an Easy Welder. An Easy Weld, it's cheapest one I could find. Anywho, not sponsored, so please do not copyright me. Right there. Don't judge my welds, I'm not a welder. I've been making the frame, and I've been so busy. Today is the first day I actually got a free day to be able to build this monstrosity of whatever I'm building. I'm planning, this is going to be the rear section right here. This is the rear section. Imagine it. Wheels right there. One wheel right here, like right here. Let me make a marker somehow. Alright. Wheels will be somewhere like right in this line. Right at that bar. Front, I'm going to make separately. And then use these little splines that came off of the bar I have. And use that somehow, some way. I'll figure it out. I always do. And back there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's an engine on that tiller. It's very hard to see. I'll try to turn on the light. Maybe that will work. Alright. It's not any better, but it's in Briggs horizontal shaft engine. Now, sorry about the zoom in. I was trying to get you guys to see it. It's a tiller. We don't use it because it's too untrustworthy. And it's either a 140 or a 150, I don't know, maybe a 250. But it's pretty big Right here, you can tell, look, that's to engage the blades, right? And it sticks bad. That's unsafe. It's not propelled by itself. You have to, well, technically it is propelled by itself, but when you drop it, it tugs itself along. So technically it is self-propelled. Anywho, sorry about the close-up. That's what I'm planning to do, is use this engine, put it on that, and make it an off-road vehicle somehow. Some miracle. Anywho, also, another project I've been working on, and man, it is smoky from my welder. It is this. My brother's mower. It's a 1998, 95-ish, maybe. I doubt it's 98, but it's somewhere in the 90s. Mower with a Briggs flathead. And what's unusual is that it's backwards. It's literally backwards. The head's right here, cylinder head. And there are the engines right back there. So, flatheads are 4-cycle engines. For the ones who don't know that, flatheads are 4-stroke engines, but the valves are located inside of the engine instead of on the outside like an overhead valve, which this is an overhead valve because it literally says right on the case. I don't know if you can see it, but that means the valves are on top of the cylinder. The valves in there are inside the cylinder. Now, I have an extra cylinder head. Whoa, close up, sorry. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see if I can find it, and I can probably give you a better idea. Here we go. As you can see, these little indents right here, hold on. The indents right here, these are where the valves sit. These are where the valves are. Imagine the engine sitting like this. Hey, that's pretty cool. It stands on its own. Imagine you're facing the engine from the outside. Right here would be the valves where the spark plug is. Well, spark plug is usually like located like upwards or whatever the heck. But for this example, it doesn't really matter. Now, it's a 4-stroke, so meaning it does not require oil and gas mix for the ones who don't know. But the valves are located under here, and as the piston goes up to here for an intake stroke, the intake valve opens up as a normal engine would, letting in the air and fuel mix, goes down to BDC, which is bottom dead center, and then it goes back up while the intake valve closes. It compresses the gas and air mixture. The spark plug over here, well, that's a good way to break it. It ignites it, and this entire area is where the gas is floating around and stuff, and it ignites. Now, the reason you don't see flatheads as much for mowers anymore, or big engines and that stuff, is because they're inefficient. They eat fuel. They love to eat fuel. They don't have it's kind of hard to explain. It's like being in a hot shower. When you're in a closed room, a perfectly sealed room where it's tight and there's not an open space somewhere next to you, like, I don't know where I'm going to this, but actually I got a better idea. I'm sorry if this video is boring, but I might as well explain it while I'm still here. It's kind of like being in my dad's police vehicle right here. Let's shut up. Now, imagine you're sitting in this room right here. Pretend my dad's police vehicle is this room. And there's no area right here. And you're just right here. And there's a wall right here. Right here where my dad's police dashboard is. And then, this is your other wall. There's nothing behind me. There's just a wall there. Now, imagine you're facing the valves right here. An overhead valve, the valves are located up on the cylinder head, like right here. When it takes in, opens up the intake valve. it lets in that fuel and air mixture. It closes as the piston travels from bottom dead center all the way up to top dead center. And as it starts to come down, it ignites the fuel, and that's your power stroke. And that's what hillbillies would call suck, squeeze, bang, and push. Yeah. You can blame that on my auto mechanics teacher. Now, that's how an overhead valve engine works. Same with the overhead cam, dual overhead cam. But the camshaft is not internal, it's external, which meaning the camshaft that opens the valves is on the top of the cylinder with the valves. Now, imagine I'm in the cylinder right now of a flathead. There's no valves right here. So there's an open space where the passenger side is where the valves are sitting. Like right here. When the piston comes up to right here, sorry, I had to do that. It kind of has a bigger area. That means a lot of the heat is lost because you're not compressing the fuel and air mixture tight enough. There's an open area right here where the fuel is going over, and when it's ignited, some of that burning fuel stays right there and doesn't come back down with the piston. Now, of course, I learned that I know flatheads just by the look, because usually the valves are located under the cylinder head. And I like to say they're fire-breathing machines because they like to shoot fireballs. Anywho, with an overhead valve engine, sorry, it's going on like that. I'm ADHD, okay? I dart from subject to subject. We got a manual. Whoa, Nelly. Hello. Okay. Little ricers, they always drive past our house. Anywho, the tighter the area and the less room you have in the cylinder, which, honestly, let me restart. An overhead valve engine. I have a head, I just remembered this. Here's an overhead valve engine. See how the valves are located on the cylinder head? Unlike a flathead engine, L-type engine, they're known by two things. L-type, flathead. I know them as flatheads. I learned that they're L-type. Their technical name is L-type engines. Is the tighter the area, see how there's less room for the gas to expand right here? See how tighter it is right here? The tighter, the smaller the area, the tighter you can squeeze that gas, make it burn more efficiently, and the less fuel you have to put in there, the less fuel and air mixture you have to put into the cylinder to keep the compression up. That also helps. Now, if you are a gearhead like me, you know that bumping up the compression on a gasoline engine increases horsepower. Now, flatheads don't have as much compression, normally don't have as much compression as a overhead valve does. The overhead valve, there's a small dome right here. Intake is always bigger than exhaust. This has a tighter squeeze area. So the more you squeeze the fuel, the hotter the air gets. Which means when you ignite that fuel, it burns more efficiently. Now, I'm not scientifically known. I don't know the actual science behind why the compression, the higher the compression, the more power and the more efficient your engine is. Compared to this, see this circular spot right here. The piston sits right here. Piston goes right here. Valves are sitting right here. As that piston is pushing the fuel and air mixture to compress it, some of that fuel is slipping past this little domed area. It's kind of like grooved right here if you can't see it. It's kind of grooved right here. It's slipping past that and going over here. Now, most of the compression's happening right here. Well, sorry, I cannot stand like I was. Oh, okay. Just got a random notification. Now, where was I? Curse my ADHD. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. As it's, most of the compression is being put right here instead of over here. Now, as you can see, there's no compression right here. It's colder over here than it is over here, which means the fuel burns not as quickly as this would. Because in here, the only spot the gas and air fuel mixture has to go is right here. It can't go anywhere else. It can't go past this. It can't go past the cylinder head at all, because the gasket is sealing the cylinder. So it goes with this. You need that. Anywho, short story, long story short, a flathead is a 4-cycle engine just like this, but it operates in a different way. Now, the engine I'm using is an overhead valve. It's slightly more fuel efficient, but not gonna get much because it's an old engine. And that one, I might start it up later on once I get the lights. I don't know if she'll crank over. Excuse my country calling it a she thing. It's just who I am, okay? And the battery and the key start is very darty. It doesn't... Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. See? That is why I don't want to crank it over. The battery... The way I hooked it up is kill switch is right here. Because the kill switch on here doesn't work anymore. And my brother also really wanted the headlights, so I'm going to position you right there while I hook up the lights, because honestly, my brother had to unhook it, and now I got to figure out what goes where. Thanks, Donovan, you are such a nice guy, and I'm pretty sure he lost all the directions to the lights. Oh boy, Donovan, you are such a butt. Now, I don't want to fry this thing, so I'm praying to the Lord I know what I'm doing. I know there's one that's copper, that's the negative. So, copper is negative. I don't know about power switch, so I'm going to leave it. Hopefully it's in the off position. Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I don't know if it matters the way it sits, but okay. I'm not going to question it. Ah, there we go. He really wanted these lights. They're LEDs on an old engine, and man, that's a big mud dauberness. I cannot English right there. Okay, good thing they're asleep right now. Now, let me pause the video. I'll be right back. Now that I'm done going off the subject, let's get back to what I'm planning to do with that engine up there. The plan is to make it a side-by-side. I'm going to use the junk I have laying around to build the frame, and use the engine that I have laying over there, over in that area, and turn it into a off-road vehicle. It probably won't go fast because that's iron, literally. This is iron right now. And turn it into an amazing off-road vehicle like my dad's Polaris right here. Now, ignore my 5-inch exhaust pipe I made for my truck right here. That still hasn't got the tailpipe reinstalled because a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, like 6 or 7 years ago, it rusted off. That's typical for an exhaust system. It this is what I have to work with. All this scrap metal right here, except for the wood and the grate. All this scrap metal right here that's not part of the trailer is what I'm using to build my off-road vehicle. Now, after I'm done building it and it's a successful running vehicle that I can take off-road, then I'll save up some more money. I'll save up some money and then buy a crotch rocket engine. And then if you guys slap that bell and turn on, subscribe, slap that bell, turn on all of my notifications, and you leave a like and comment down below you want to see me put a crotch rocket engine, aka a sports bike engine, on my off-road vehicle, I will. And sorry about the zoom again. I mean, I'm open for suggestions. If you guys have any ideas of what you want me to put on here, I'll put light bars, I'll put radio, I'll put doors, I'll make the doors, actually, because why not? And, you know, I don't know. I haven't quite thought it out yet, and there goes the same racer car, whatever. So yeah, sorry, this video isn't as exciting as the one I posted earlier. I'm sorry, I'm not that exciting. What I'm doing is, I'm telling you why I haven't been active and what I'm planning to do in the future and make videos of, as long as you guys leave a like on this video or one of my previous videos, and slap that bell and turn on all my notifications and subscribe, so you can see me build it and see the progress. Now, hopefully, either tomorrow, after I'm done, before I'm go hunting, I'm going to start working on it, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to make a video of me structurally strengthening that, and then start to make the front end. Now, this is my first time building an off-road vehicle. I'm going off of what I think would be best. Now, I'm not like you guys. I'm going to do this for you guys. You get to choose what kind of modifications I'll do on the complete project. Whether it be, the modifications have to be under $50. Well, here, I'll make it this way. Make sure I'm still recording. It has to be at least $50. Well, it can be at least $50. $60 or under, I will buy the part or modification you want me to do on the complete project and add it onto the finished project, the finished product. And once I successfully make that work, I might send it to one of you guys if you guys leave a like, subscribe on one of the videos. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I don't care if you sub or not, because obviously I'm not the best YouTuber. I'm not always the coolest. I'm not the coolest guy around. I'm not a guy that, oh, I can make interesting videos every day. Now, I'm quite awkward. I know. I'm boring. I'm stupid. And I'm pretty sure all of you already clicked past this video, but for the ones who are still watching, I thank you. And I want you to know that the ones who are still watching, thank you. Thank you very much. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Become part of the Fearless Clan, man. Because I am truly fearless. That's why I call myself the Fearless Gamer. Although I don't do just gaming videos, I do random stuff, obviously. I know this video's prolonged me chit-chatting and all that stuff. But I'd like you guys to know why I'm not very active, and excuse the lighting change. It's going to get dark real quickly unless I do that. Excuse the darkness again. The only way I will continue on making videos if you subscribe, slap that bell, get all my notifications, yada yada yada. Leave a like if you like the video, and if you don't like the video, dislike it and explain why, and tell me how I can improve on my video making. Now, I don't know how to edit yet. Well, I do, just not as good as everybody else can. Yeah, that's my plan. Oh, hi, Axel. What are you doing? What are you doing, boy? What are you doing, goober? Now, thank you for watching if you're still here, obviously. And don't forget, I know I say this multiple times, but leave a like, subscribe, slap that bell to get all my notifications, because hopefully tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, which is Monday after school, I will be making another video on the progress, or me making progress on the vehicle. Now, remember, stay fearless. Don't be afraid to push your limits, but don't do anything that can get you in trouble, please. And have a good day. And I'm trying to take off my coat. And remember, this is Fearless Gamer, and I hope you watch the entire video. I'm sorry it's nothing cool, but I hope you watch the entire video, and you left a like or a dislike. If you left a dislike, explain why and how I can improve, because that would be great. Now, enough jibber jabbering. Time to go. Peace. Remember, come back for my next video, and have a great day, and peace.